Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, November 18th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Just a heads up, there is not going to be a DNB on Thursday or Friday of next week, so we can take some time off and relax a little bit. As for this week, we're full on. Actually, one of my favorite restaurants in the Harbor Center. But anyhow, it is Friday, and there is a lot of news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police Department is investigating the county's 14th homicide. Yesterday morning, they were called to the 7900 block of Benesh Circle in Glen, Burnie for a stabbing. On arrival, they found a 26-year-old Glen, Burnie man suffering from multiple stab wounds. He eventually succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. They did develop a suspect very quickly and made an arrest of a 32-year-old Glen, Burnie male. Now, last year, the county experienced a total of 16 homicides, and at this time last year, there were 15. On Wednesday up in Glen Burnie, a disagreement in the Sideline Sports Bar and Grill turned violent. Two people were involved in a verbal altercation in the bar when one of them pulled out a knife and held it at his side. The other one was escorted from the building and apparently got a gun and re-entered the bar. Not finding the original guy he had left, the man with the gun went into the parking lot and shot at him. Neither of them was on the scene when the police arrived, and the police were putting it all together. They got a call that one showed up at a local hospital with a gunshot wound. The shooter got away, and the only description they have is that it was a black male driving a white Toyota Camry. Some election updates. The Board of Elections is still dysfunctional as ever, and they actually told the Capitol they're still going to be counting next week. They had some movement yesterday and last night, but they may not get around to posting it until later today. But most of the legislative incumbents are safe. In 33C, Heather Bagnell should be safe as she holds a 495-vote lead, and the mail-in ballots are favoring her. County Council District 2, Allison Pickard is leading by 1,336 votes, and she too ought to be safe. Same goes for the Clerk of the Courts, Scott Poyer. Lauren Parker seems safe for the Register of Wills with 5,717-vote lead over Erica Griswold, but with 24,000 ballots to be counted, this is still up in the air. And the tight one is Sheriff. Sheriff Jim Fredericks leads by 5,942 votes, but Everett Sesker is closing in. With mail-in ballots favoring Sesker 2-1 and 24,000 still outstanding, he could take this race. But as I said, we may not know until next week at the glacial pace that the Board of Elections is working. I'll tell you, the ink isn't even dry on County Executive Pittman's next inaugural speech, and 5 of his top people have put in their resignations. Yesterday, Chief Administrative Officer Matt Power, Chief of Staff Kai Bogus de Bruin, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Health and Human Services Pam Jordan, Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Land Use Lori Rhodes, and Public Works Director Chris Phipps all called it quits. Some were moving on and others were retiring, according to the statement sent from the County Executive's Office. He is expected to fill those spots in the coming weeks. Some more good news about transportation from the schools. The Board of Education approved the purchase of 25 passenger vans to transport the kiddos. These will not require a CDL license and will be used primarily for magnet schools, special needs students, and out-of-district transportation. They're not sure exactly who will be getting the services yet, but they will notify the families individually in the coming week. The new vans are expected to hit the road December 5th. Looking forward, they do plan to add 30 more vans over the next 5 years. So, some good news. How about this for some great news? And congratulations to Gerardo Martinez and Wild Kid Acres. Yesterday, the Maryland Department of Planning awarded them a Sustainable Growth Award for their farm. Now it's an award-winning farm. Governor Hogan said that sustainable growth is the key to the future of Maryland. Well-deserved, Gerardo, and if you've not been, check it out. Wild Kid Acres is on Central Avenue in Edgewater down near Camp Letts. We did a podcast with Gerardo last year. You can scroll back and check it out, or you can watch the award presentation video on eyeonannapolis.net. And while we're all starting to think about our food on Thanksgiving, we also need to think about those who may go without. The Anne Arundel County Food Bank is busier than ever and struggling with the cost of food, as we all are. To help them out, Leadership Anne Arundel is hosting a food drive on Saturday the 19th at Chambers Park in Parole. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can drive through and we'll be there unloading your car and loading it all into a truck. We have a list of the most needed items at eyeonannapolis.net, but please, if you can, come on out and donate food or even money. And if you want to make a quick, easy donation to the food bank, you can text AACFB to 91999. And if food isn't your thing, the luminous AAMC Bloodmobile will be there ready to take your blood. And if that's not enough, hashtag Just One Sweater is back and looking for gently worn clean hoodies and sweaters and fleeces. Take a look through your closets, your veins, and your pantries and see what you can give. I hope to see you there. Looking at the events calendar, other than Navy football, it is pretty sparse as we really start to get into the holiday period. Navy does take on number 17 UCF at 11 a.m. on Saturday. You can catch that on ESPN. Of course, the bars are going to be hopping, and you can always check out yesterday's DNB for Bridget's Annapolis After Dark or beaverbuzz.com for all of the nightlife info. And that's it for the news and events, but here is some podcast news for you. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, it is Chef Big Money. So listen about all of his pies and get some of them ordered before Thanksgiving. And then next Saturday, Lifetime in the Annapolis Town Center, and that'll air just before they open up for good on Monday. Of course, we do thank you for listening and putting up with this every single day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, hey, leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Solar Energy Services, Scout and Molly's, and Alpha Engineering. It is Friday and the weekend is here, so now it's time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. So now hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All that in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, we have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, November 18th. Yesterday was a chilly one for the Annapolis region, and today will bring more of the same with even colder air this weekend. But the outlook for Thanksgiving Thursday remains a good one. Expect more sunshine and breezy winds today with PM highs 40 to 45 degrees across the region, with more of the same tomorrow with lighter winds, followed by a sunny but cold day Sunday with high temps only in the mid-30s to lower 40s for all of Anne Arundel County, with sunshine likely remaining in the forecast each day next week, Monday through Thursday, with temps likely in the 50s by Thanksgiving Thursday holiday on the 24th. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.